back. Our next speaker will talk about the possibilities for information storage and how to use the IFC models throughout the entire construction process. But one of the major tasks facing the industry is not only to improve ways of working in new constructions, but to find ways to reconstruct or renovate old buildings, as the majority of the houses will need to become more sustainable. That is one of the perspectives our next speaker will address. Please welcome from Building and Structure, yeah, that's right, Building and Structure Total Contractor, Consto and Stig, Johansen.
Thank you. Yes, yesterday we talked about we use only 5% of the model. And hopefully I can show you the rest of the 95%, some of it, with this presentation. So I'm going to talk about the practice use of IFC in Consto. What is IFC? It stands for Industry Foundation Classes. It's a reference copy of the original design. It came from the native. We export it as a model data, IFC, and take it back to the native, and we got a reference object. So, how Consto utilized the IFC models for added value internally? I'm going to talk about tender, site mass calculation, visualization, quantity takeoff, MME, takeoff from digital reinforcement, 4D simulation, IFC, and virtual reality. In Consto, we got our own BIM manual. It's describe our requirements for IFC delivery in our project. The document describes how Consto sets our requirements in BIM projects, where the IFC is the model of the central information carrier. All hired consultants in our project must follow these requirements. And today we have two types of BIM projects. We have the typical BIM projects, and we got drawingless BIM projects for construction. If I go back in a typical BIM project, the IFC information in a typical BIM project usually have only the basis information in the models. In a drawingless project, the IFC information in a drawingless, yes, must have additional to standard information, have all data inside the model. And it describes how to produce the current object. As you can see here, it's the same wall. In a typical BIM project, you only get the data for the geometry and the ID, but in a drawingless BIM project, you got all the data. You can produce the wall from clicking on the model, and you get all the data directly from the model. So, what is the difference between the fully digital drawingless BIM project and traditional BIM projects? I'm going to show you. Today, in a traditional BIM project, we got the advisors. They deliver native format, they deliver IFC models, they deliver PDF drawings, and DVG drawings to us. But in fully digital BIM projects, we only get the IFC model. That's the only model we get. Go and produce this. So, this is the past, this is the future. We are already having several projects in Consto, which are fully digital. So the high level of detail and information of the IFC model and almost everything being modeled. And you can see here, even the cable clips on the ground cable is modeled with all the information inside. I can click on every part of the building, and I got all the information to produce that part in the building. Everything is in the model, the IFC data. So the IFC models are the basis for the entire production phase in the drawingless project. We have to use stakeout data directly from the IFC model. Production information is extracted from the IFC models. We use augmented reality technology out on the site, and everyone on the project has the IFC model on portable devices. But to prepare drawings and detailed documents internally from IFC model, we move the CAD competence internal in our company. Since we do not get drawings for a project, we use our own CAD expertise and produce drawings ourselves directly from the IFC model. The benefit of that is we can take and produce whatever drawings we want directly from the model. Yes, and we use the IFC for 4D simulation of the project. That we say we combine the progress plan with the IFC model and run a 4D simulation. In that case, we can easily see errors in the planning with the model. So when we run the model through the progress plan, we can easily look where the error is coming. Yes, and tender early phase, 5D calculation, processing of IFC model, turning calculation. If you receive models with little content to take out quantities, we add the missing data, IFC data, internally the model. And we can take quantity takeoff directly from our own digital twin beam. And even the climate data has been taken care of in the model. Yes, and we're working with 5D calculation. We have our own object database, updated at all times. We have our own object library with IFC codes, with calculations and environment data that match calculation program. And we model a twin beam of the project. And then we can export it directly into the calculation software. And on one click, we got the price of the project. Advantage of that is control of cost, security of the client, the Consto, basis for tender, updated prices always, updated object items in the library. We have good knowledge of the project. We have basis for visualization, animation, and we also have basis for on-good virtual reality model. So use also the IFC model from the architect in the building site for mass calculation. We take the model and put it in the right location in the world, and then we can take out digital mass data. So we use map data and convert it to 3D mass, and then we take the models, put it in the right location, and then we can easily take out all the quantities for the mass. Yeah, also in extra house plans, most often come in the GVG or PDF. Then we convert 2D to 3D plans, export it as an IFC, and send it out to the project, so they easily can calculate and order delivery for the project. So we use the IFC model for visualization animation. In Consto, we use the visualization animation for decision and sales. It's a powerful tool. It helps us to highlight the positive aspect of a project and eliminate different scenarios around the project. So most of the background material is directly from the IFC model. And I'll now show you a little animation movie I've created of how we use the IFC model to create good animations. And we also put the model in the right location in the world, so the client can see the actually surrounding. The terrain is recognized. I have speeded it up a bit, as you can see. So, but this is a very powerful tool to show to the client or to the buyer or to the owner. You can actually see what he's getting. And you can see everything has been modeled. Also in building, and you can see here as in different construction. Yes. I can't talk about IFC without mentioning Solibri. We use IFC used for checks and clash control, quantity takeoff in Solibri. We have great expertise in Consto to use the program, and we use the program as much the functional is possible. We use it to quantity takeoff from IFC models. Of course, we check the models for collision. We cover all critical and all types of IFC objects, regardless of discipline, will be checked. So we have create rules for every IFC object for all disciplines. Example, rules technical components. We check the distance from the smoke detector, from the wall, and so on. So we check everything. It's much cheaper to check it digitally and on the site when the build standing there and we get errors. Oh, you have to move that. And IFC and MME. MME stands for Model Maturity Index. It describes the degree of the maturity of the objects in the BIM model using unified numeric codes. So all disciplines in our project code their objects with MME status. In this way, we can easily see how far they come in the process of model it. And everyone has a full overview of each other models. Sorry. And we run collision checking takes place at MME 350 internally. And so on, I can just run a filter, and I only want the objects for 350, and then run a collision check for only these objects. So this is basically a digital communication system put into a systematic operation at object level from IFC data. Yeah, here you can see you all get all discipline, and we can see all the models, which color they have, and how far they have come in the process. And we add the IFC space into the model. By using IFC space, we run the collision checks against the space instead of the object. So space control is at more general level. It's more focused on the site production stage of the building than the total object tagging of the MME. And we also use IFC zones for time planning. And of course, we got IFC reinforcement for automatic ordering. The advisor for reinforcement add the exact correct IFC data into the reinforcement, and by one click we can take out all the reinforcement and send it and get it delivered on the site. Yes, and when we work with drawingless project, we have to document the models, or we have to document what we're building up against the IFC models. So in project with the drawings, we must be able to document to the client that the model and the as-built match. Here we use survey data, and we take the survey data, convert it to IFC, and compare it with the IFC BIM model. So the owner can actually check the correct stakeout data with the BIM model. Yes. And we supply IFC models as basic for architect from scanning. Today, 70% for the future construction will be rehabilitation. We have very many old buildings out there, and there is no drawings. So what do? We have to scan it to create a model. Then we scan it. We create a model from the scanning, and then I can deliver to the interior architect or the architect. You get an IFC model from me. So from scanning, we deliver a total full BIM model. And so we can do with technical guides, scan the model and deliver as the IFC into the project. And the benefit with scanning is that you have the correct location for all the objects to scan. So when I export this, it came directly into the main model because all our models is in global coordinates. Yes. And also we combine laser scanning of the construction site with the IFC models to form comprehensive overview. So we take the drone, we scan the site, and put the IFC model to check that everything fits around with the surrounding and so on. Yes. And we use the IFC model for sun and shade studios. With the help of IFC models, you can very easily create sun and shade studios. This can be at concept level with volume studios, or more accurate building, where you stand outside and inside the building. Yes, a good aid for both ourselves in terms of energy calculation and of the builder to make important decisions. And here, so we take the model, put it in direct, correct location in the world, and run the sun study. Yes, and we use the IFC model, we pimp the IFC and create good panoramic. You can send to the customer, here, go take a look in the apartment you bought. We haven't built it yet, but you can now actually go and see what you're getting. Then we use the IFC model, but we have pimped it. And here's a school. You can send to the teacher and the students. Hey, you can now go and look into the school before we have built it. This is the way the school is going to be. And here's a hotel room. So the owner can actually see the room before and all the details are accurate, from the sink to the toilet seat and so on. Yes, and of course, yesterday we seen virtual reality. We also have full virtual reality access in Consto. Then we could take the whole project, put it up in a virtual reality sky, and we can meet inside the glasses, as you saw yesterday. It's a really powerful tool. And I'll talk about the challenges we have today, because from our suppliers, in our projects, everything, we declare that we shall have models from all suppliers in our buildings. So we can see from the kitchen suppliers, the bath cabin suppliers, the lift suppliers. They deliver the model, yes, but they can't deliver the model correctly into the main model. And so on from the machine suppliers also, it's very heavy data. I received one file yesterday here. It was 1.5 gigabyte. It wasn't big machine, but it's so detailed. So they have to do something to reduce the IFC. But what have all this in common? Is that we must internally we must import all these IFC models and then export it back again to the right location into the project, so it fits with the main model. Yes. But we have some suppliers who can't deliver IFC models today, even in 2023. Then we create the models internally ourselves. We take the drawings, we model it, and export it as an IFC into the main model. That's because we have to check that the model fit into the structure, and we also can run collision checks against the object. Yes. And so, a little digression to the end. The pyramids, they're about 4,500 years old. The Khufu pyramid consists of 2.3 million stone blocks. The weight, nearly 6 million tons. Each corner of the larger pyramid is within 11 centimeters of division. And the foundation of the structure has a tolerance of 2 centimeters, which is almost accuracy as they achieved using IFC models, modern tools and technical today. So, past versus present. Have we been able to build this today from IFC models? Yes, thanks for your time.